So, good morning, students. So, today I am going to explaining the plant growth regulators in plants. Plant growth regulators in plants. So, plant growth regulators also called phytohormones. Phytohormones. Phyto means plants, hormones means chemicals. So, these phytohormones are plant growth regulators or help to the plant growth, development, tissue development, organ development, flower and fruit. So there are 5 important plant growth regulators are there in plants. So already I said these plant growth regulators are also called phytohormones. So these phytohormones are the chemicals which are secreted in plants minute concentration but carried out enormous work. These phytohormones are most important for the plant growth development. So there are 5 plant growth regulators. Number 1, auxins. Number 2, gibberellins. Number 3, cytokinins. Number 4, abscisic acid. Number 5, ethylene. So these are secreted in different parts of the plant. So some of the plant growth regulators secreted in the terminal parts of the plant, that is root apical part and stem apical part. Whereas some of the plant growth regulators secreted in like fruit, leaf, bud and other parts. But they secrete in one place and carried out work in others. So they are transported from production place to utilization place. So now let us discuss the first plant growth regulator, that is auxins. So first natural auxin named, that is indole acetic acid. Indole acetic acid. So briefly called IAA. IAA, indole acetic acid. Indole acetic acid, IAA. So these IAA are auxins first discovered, or the main credit goes to F.W. Went. F.W. Went. So auxins are discovered by F.W. Went in Avena sativa, oat plant. Avena sativa is the scientific name of oat plant. Experimentally, he proven how the auxins are produced in terminal parts by taking Avena sativa, that is oat plant. So auxins are mainly produced in terminal parts of the plant body. Terminal parts of the plant body. that is root and stem and other branches. So auxins play major role to root initiation, stem initiation, and cell wall development, and it should be responsible to loosen the cell wall so that it is responsible to cell division and cell cycle so that number of cells are increased. So auxins mainly they are help to the increasing of cells number and parts of the plant. Auxins also play major role to loosen the cell wall cellulose and increasing the size of the cell. Increasing the size of the cell. Auxins responsible for the important concept that is apical dominancy. Apical dominancy, which means the phenomenon of suppression of the growth of the lateral buds by the apical bud, or the phenomenon of suppression of the growth of the lateral branches by the apical branch. So when the auxins are production is more, they are transported to the towards the stem part, but not lateral branches, so that lateral branches will not grow. So that because of auxins are transporting to terminal part of the stem, auxins are not transported to the sideward, that is lateral branches. So if we want to develop the lateral branches, we have to cut the terminal part of the stem. Then auxins are transported from terminal part to the lateral parts so that branches are increases. Auxins are responsible to development of the organs, bud, that is flower and fruit. And some of the auxins prepared in laboratory, those auxins are used nowadays randomly to treat the different diseases and remove the unwanted plants which are grown in the crop. Among artificially prepared auxins, the best one is the 2,4-D. This 2,4-D auxin nowadays playing crucial role to kill the dicotyledonous weeds. Weeds means waste plants grown among the crop plants. So the 2,4-D auxin nowadays using to kill the dicotyledonous weeds, means remove the waste plants which are grown in the dicot plants. And also another artificial auxins, IBA and NAA, means naphthalene acetic acid, indole butyric acid. These two auxins are used to develop the roots from the cuttings in vegetative propagation. So this is about auxins. Next, go to the second plant growth regulator, that is phytohormone, gibberellin. So gibberellin is the most important plant growth regulator or phytohormone in plants. This help mainly increasing the internodal region so that the stem grows tall. Due to absence of this gibberellin, the stems will not grow into tall. The stems remain in the small and stunt dwarf. So yield or the product will be less. So to grow appropriate length of the stems of the plants, gibberellins play major role to convert dwarf plants into tall. Mainly, this hormone or phytohormone is essential in the process of bolting. It is important for increasing the internodal region, and also the important thing about gibberellin is nowadays this is used to malting process, mainly barley seeds malting process. So by this we should get alcohol by the activity of the gibberellins from the barley seeds. We get a product that is alcohol. So in malting process, these gibberellins phytohormones used in industrial level. Gibberellins are also used to development of seedless fruits. So nowadays we prefer to eat fruits without seeds. Why? Because more pulp if the fruit is having, we prefer to buy more fruits. So that to develop seedless fruits, gibberellins should play major role. The seedless fruits are also called parthenocarpic fruits. Parthenocarpic fruits. So this is the about gibberellin. Next, another important plant growth regulator, that is phytohormone, cytokinins. Cytokinins itself name, cyto means cell, kinins means division. So these cytokinins are most important for the cell division and increase the cell number and tissue. These cytokinins are mainly produce the plants are which are actively developing. So these cytokinins are responsible to keep the leaves and fruits and parts of the plant in fresh in nature. So to keep all the vegetables fresh in nature, cytokinins should play major role, and also cytokinins responsible to increase the cell number, to increase the cell size. Next, another important plant growth regulator, abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is important in desert plants to prevent the loss of water, that by the process that is transpiration. So abscisic acid most important to prevent the water loss in desert plants by closing stomata. But abscisic acid, if it is excessive in plants, more than the required. The parts of the plant when they are immature, like leaf, bud, fruit, they fall off. If the gibberellins are excessive in amount, the plant parts like leaf, bud, fruit will be fall off. Actually, abscisic acid is responsible to fall off these parts after expiry, after getting mature, when they are sufficient. But excessive, it leads to fall off or drop of the immature fruits. Another important one and last, that is ethylene. So among five plant growth regulators, auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, abscisic acid, ethylene. So ethylene is a gaseous phytohormone, whereas remaining four are liquids. Ethylene hormone is essential for the ripening of fruits after complete development. Ripening of fruits. Ethylene is essential for the ripening of fruits. It is a gaseous phytohormone. So nowadays, artificially ripening chemical are using those who are selling fruits and vegetables, that is carbide. So carbide is the chemical prepared in laboratory, industry, but the function is ripening of fruits. Ethylene is a phytohormone. It is naturally secreted in the plants. The function is ripening of fruits. So carbide and ethylene functions are same, but preparation is different. Ethylene is prepared naturally in plants. Carbide is prepared in artificially in laboratory. So these, let us most important plant growth regulators in plants maintain the harmony in the plants in different ways.